What's going on, guys? Pulse Chain fam. Yes, this is, of course, a discussion about Pulse Chain. Look at the screen. GoPulse.com. Well, let's do a little fundamental background. I put out a tweet that said you should probably take at least 50% of your Ethereum holdings, bridge them over to Pulse Chain, and participate on the network. That was on the last dip in Pulse Chain that we saw. Well, now Pulse Chain is up about 15% off those lows. Various altcoins going to new all-time highs like Teddy Bear, PTGC doing very well, Alien doing very well, PulseX, INC Hex, all in the green. Now, why do I say this? I believe Pulse Chain is more decentralized and is real DeFi. Pulse Chain is already all in existence. Everybody who sacrificed, they all have all their tokens. There is no vesting on VCs. There is no magical tokens coming in the market. There is no more cliffs. Whatever it may be, they are all there. We see on PulseX. PulseX is the Uniswap of this ecosystem with much better token economics. Much better. The buyback and burn is in full effect. The more trading volume, the holders of PulseX get rewarded directly with the buyback of the token and the burn. Uniswap, who does that reward? That rewards the whales, the founders, the insiders. And that's why the token is doing shit. Now, the token does have a huge valuation of Uniswap, so if you project that onto the upside potential of PulseX, it is massive. All in all, I think Pulse Chain is the real contrarian play. It's not being shilled by the likes of the big names, talking about Solana with their VCs and FTX looking to dump it on your head. We have Richard Hart or the OA or the Godwell doing buying and not selling. I expect that to become a standard. Why is that? If you believe it's Richard Hart and he's the one who has all the money, Richard Hart is on film many times saying he has plenty of money. What does he want in life? What satisfies Richard Hart? A man with all the money? You can maybe say girls. You can maybe say he needs to get ripped. But he is on video saying he wants the glory. He wants the glory. He wants everybody to know that he did this. He has the glory. He achieved this. His products did this. And they suck. All the haters, he wants to prove wrong. All the other project founders, he wants to shit on. Those are his words, not mine. So what do you do if you have all the money and you want the glory? Well, you market buy all these assets. You don't sell any of the assets. You put them to use in LPs and farms and single-sided staking to do what? To do a hockey stick effect on the chart and send them all to the moon. That is coming, folks. Now that I got my fundamental rant, you got Pulse, PLS is equivalent to Ethereum, PulseX equivalent to Uniswap. Incentive, this is an incentive token. This is the reward token of the ecosystem. And of course you have Hex, which is like a traditional bank CD on steroids on the blockchain. That is kind of the quick rundown of it. But let's look at the charts and see what's going on. Here's kind of my price objectives for PulseX in the short term. This next impulse wave here, look where it's going. We're going to go between 8,592 up to just above the initial sacrifice rate. All of these are based on fib levels and tendencies that we see in fib levels. If this is the proper count in the Elliott wave formation, this lower end is due to the what? The measured move of wave 1 on top of wave 3 that gives you there. It correlates with the proper Fibonacci levels. And then this purple box up here is based on the average fib levels for a fifth wave on a wave 3 of 4 of 5 within Elliott wave theory. Those just happen to line up almost perfectly with the sacrifice rate around 0.0001. Why is that perfect? Because when we get to around 0.01, maybe it's a little short, maybe it's a little above, there is inevitably soy boys. Soy boys are those individuals who now are break even, like, oh my gosh, I broke even, I can sell and I can buy my girl a cheeseburger. And that's why the girl's going to dump them. The soy boys will dump. We'll have a wave 4 down here. Okay, a big wave 4. This will be in an ABC correction fashion. We'll dump, we'll rally, we'll dump again. Because not enough of the soy boys get out of the first rally. Then, when everybody starts to panicking, this wave 4 of 5 will stop and hold around the previous wave 3 high. Everybody will be scared. This will be a low volume final sell-off, A, B, low volume C, and then it'll get sent to the moon towards the final measured move in the final destination around 0.15, 1.5x the sacrifice price, not including bonuses, passive income, or anything like that. Now, if you don't believe in Elliott Wave, and maybe this is the wrong count for Elliott Wave, and the confluence is all coincidental, how else could you look at this chart? We had this nice basing, we exploded up, we have consolidation going on. What do we like to see for bullish consolidation? Well, we like to see a flag. So let's draw a flag and see what this does, huh? Let's draw a flag. Lovely. Perfect looking flag. It's holding this uptrend line. It held it again here before this past rally. The downtrend line has been held in effect. It depends on how you want to lock this in. This could go a little lower if you don't want to count the wicks, and it'll touch the top of these peaks. But for the sake of this example, let's go with this. Now, what does the measured move of this flag look like if this is reality? Quick drawing. Let's just see. You know, it got rejected here. We want it to stop at least 50% in. I really don't want it to get to this downtrend line again. And then we want it to break out. So let's say it breaks out, I don't know, somewhere around there in a few days. What happens? What's the measured move? The measured move is based off the height of this consolidation, this pendant, put out where the breakout level is. But look at that. The measured move is dead smack in the center of this potential Elliott Wave grouping we see here. That is a lot of confluence, folks. Is Richard Hart of the OA manipulating the chart so it has confluence with Elliott Wave theory, with pendant bullish structure breakouts, with measured moves of the previous wave 1? Or is just human nature leading it to an all-inevitable pump that we're going to see on PLSX and Pulse Chain? I don't know. You tell me. Everybody tells me technical analysis is all funky bullshit until it plays out perfectly. If we break out of this pendant, if you're bullish, look where the measure move is. Right here, 50% up through this move here. These are the targets, folks. I am saying a breakout needs to occur. We need to see some volume come in. Break out of this downtrend line. We can even recheck this, bounce off it, and we move quickly higher to between 860 to slightly over sacrifice price. I think if we get up here, we probably do see some push through towards sacrifice price. I do believe a lot of people understand after watching Pulse Chain that soy boys will sell out at break even, so maybe they try to front run it, and that's why I think 9.5, just shy of sacrifice price, could be this wave 5 top. That's why I have it marked there. We see that ABC down. Everybody gets scared. We hold these previous wave 3 highs, and then we get high volume to the upside to get 1.5x sacrifice price. That's my objectives. This thing could happen very rapidly. Of course, Bitcoin plays a little bit of a role, but the OA wallet and Richard Hart plays a massive role. And how much funding is coming over that bridge. You can bridge assets from Ethereum for free now, get them into Pulse Chain, and get into these assets. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity on the blue chips, which are these ones you see here, and a ton of opportunities on the altcoin ecosystem that can then fuel bigger bags of the blue chips moving forward. That is what I'm seeing. I am seeing bullish for PulseX, Pulse Chain, this ecosystem. Again, maximum downside risk for the pessimists and for the bears in the room would be right here at 0025. That's maximum downside risk. I don't think you see anywhere in these levels, in these consolidation levels, ever again. I think these levels hold no matter what. That was the previous wave 2 potentially. But if momentum wants to keep going and the God Whale wants to keep that momentum, he's going to be looking at this bullish pendant. He's going to be looking at this Elliott Wave count. He's going to understand that we need to break above these previous highs here at 5.5 and get momentum back to the upside and get some new wallets and new whales over to Pulse Chain. Because the bull market is starting. And I'm telling you, Richard Hart wants that glory.